Hello, welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 11th of May for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. You can also chat to me direct on Twitter at HoroscopeAce, or you can subscribe to your free daily horoscope or monthly free astrology magazine by seeing the link beneath this video. Well, when it comes to astrological weeks, it doesn't get much busier than this one. It's absolutely jam-packed with changes, and some of these are very exciting. Saturn, the planet of structure, begins its retrograde in the sign of Aquarius on Monday. It's going to retrace its steps and then move back into the sign of Capricorn on the 2nd of July before returning to Aquarius on the 17th of December. Also this week, on Tuesday, Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into its home zone of Gemini, where it joins up with Venus and, of course, the North Node. Now, this is going to give us an opportunity to flex our mental muscles that much more quickly, but also, ironically, on Wednesday, Venus in Gemini also goes into retrograde, which will last through to the 23rd of June. Also on Wednesday, Mars moves out of Aquarius and into Pisces, the 12th solar house. And finally, on Thursday, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, starts to retrace its steps in the sign of Capricorn, and it's going to be in reverse for 4 long months. Now, already Pluto is retracing its steps in Capricorn too. So these are very significant changes. Also, we have a quarter moon on Thursday in the sign of Aquarius. And when it comes to our resources, our financial planning, or even our friendships, I do feel that the quarter moon does ask us to be a little more cautious in our approach when it comes to what we are getting into. So if there is some kind of way you're flexing to COVID-19, trying to be flexible, which would be a very positive thing to do. And obviously the conversations we have this week with Mercury's help can be very helpful, but it is going to be important to just have maybe a short-term plan as well as that longer-term plan. Now, this week also sees Venus continue its long square with Neptune, and with Venus now in retrograde, the potential for muddle around relationships is heightened. But it also can make us much more sensitive to other people. So is there a tide that we need to be more open to raise our vibration, to perhaps connect to someone in a different way? Also, right through this week, the Sun in Taurus is forging an amazing link with Pluto in Capricorn in the part of our situation to deal with worldly interaction. Now, this suggests that if we can go with the flow around the changes we're being pushed to make at the moment, it actually is going to be a much smarter thing to do than to try to cling on to something that is going to fundamentally alter. And if we can therefore accept that our values, our outlook, our associations, our whole mindset is in a state of, some would say flux, some would say evolution. It depends on our relationship to this crisis. But if we can go with it, it will be something that we can benefit more from than if we try to resist it. Your specific forecast, Aquarius, shows your co-ruler Saturn slamming on the brakes, Venus in a glorious location for you since the 6th of April, also going into retrograde, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, also going into retrograde, and of course Pluto was already retracing its steps. So what can you make of this week? I think vitality can be lower, I have to be honest, and also something that maybe played out in the last year for you could be repeated by around about November time. But this is all preparing the stage for when Saturn re-enters Aquarius. It retraces its steps into Capricorn on the 2nd of July. On the 17th of December, connects with Jupiter on the 20th, and it really is going to be a new dawn. But more immediately, the highlight of this week has got to be the move of Mercury, which is exalted in your sign, is blessed for people who were born in the second 10 degrees, the second decan of Aquarius, and that moves into Gemini, its home zone. Your quick wit, sense of humour, flexibility, and maybe sometimes a quirky take on life can actually be such an asset in these very tricky times that we're all existing in. Venus, of course, going retrograde in the 5th solar house may mean that some kind of creative trend could slow down a little bit. It's still in a sluggish right angle with Neptune, so if you're wanting to monetize any creative talents, that may create some confusion, maybe blur the edge. But Mars moves into Pisces, out of your sign, and that's going to give you more desire to do better financially despite Venus's retrograde. The quarter moon, which occurs on Thursday in Aquarius, is kind of about balancing what you need for yourself in terms of what's right for your immediate environment, your family, or even sometimes your emotional well-being isn't always in keeping with our desire to succeed and to manifest our individuality. So some kind of balance needs to be found towards the end of this week. However, Uranus, your modern ruler, that is forging a great semi-sextile to Mercury in the second half of this week. So if you do have a brainwave and it's something you can work on at home, whether it's a hobby, whether it's a business idea that you're just having some optimism or ideas around, don't discount it, especially if it's something completely different. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you so much for having joined me. If you'd like to check out having a one-to-one with me, please see the testimonials beneath this video. If you've yet to access Serious Astrology, you can also check out my astrology reports, which are very affordable, and you can get a character analysis and also 12-month forecast, totally unique to you, and get 30% off. Also, please see beneath this video. But for now, stay safe, take care, and good luck.